So we're back at my house and God is sending rain. Praise God for rain because they said humidity makes this virus go away, or the virus doesn't like humidity. So we need lots of rain. Start praying for more rain. So this rain is exactly what we needed. Dr. Oz was saying that humidity helps to fight the virus, and I'm praising God for the rain. Set a light of mine.
This is like
Say, we found a thermometer.
oh, I do sing a song about.
So I was able to borrow a thermometer from a relative. Finally got a thermometer after all that, and I went to another store even before finally getting a hold of a relative to get a thermometer. So this is getting so crazy here. Here's the bad part. I got a thermometer, and as soon as I got it, Gio broke out with a big fever. So now he's about 101. He's been all night. I've been giving him Tylenol. They said do not give him ibuprofen in case he has coronavirus. And they told us we can go to a testing station. I'm pretty leery because the testing station probably has coronavirus and I don't want to be exposed to it, so I don't know what to do. So I'm kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with him. But he's not feeling good. He's had a runny nose and now he's suddenly got a fever. He's been sick for 4 or 5 days. But it just didn't seem like a problem until the fever showed up. Now I'm getting concerned. But I'm pushing a lot of liquids. Thankfully, he's not coughing, so that gives us some hope. But I'm concerned. Obviously, he's lethargic and just playing with that. But all night he was crying and screaming, and I was hugging him, and his ear was hurting. And I put some peroxide in his ear and some drops, and that really cleared out. He had an ear infection going too, on top of a fever and the runny nose. But he hasn't been coughing or throwing up, so I guess that's good. But I talked to his doctor, and yeah, he sounded like he didn't even want us to come in the office. He's like, do you want me to send in a prescription for an antibiotic? And I'm like, but we don't know if he needs an antibiotic. And he said, well, do you want him to go get tested for coronavirus? And I'm like, I don't know. So, and then I called the hospital, and it was kind of the same thing. They didn't really want him in there because they're afraid he's going to get exposed to it if he doesn't have it. And then they said, do you want to test him for coronavirus? And I'm like, oh my goodness, what do I do? So we have to make some decisions now. And I'm totally freaked out. But here's my thermometer. I finally got one from a relative. Thankfully, I went to another store, still couldn't find a thermometer. So finally, I got a hold of a relative, and they let me borrow it. But a good trick, I taught him that it's just like a sucker. Suck on the thermometer, just like a sucker. Yeah, and we got him to give us his temperature. After a lot of coercing, he finally gave us his temperature. But I told him it was a sucker. So, he's doing a little better today, I think. But he's still really warm. So, I'm worried. I don't know what we're going to do. But we know that the Lord's going to work it all together for good to those who love him.